Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a project pan update. It is March when I'm filming this. My last project pan video would have been in January. It was the intro to this project for 2022. I usually do my updates every few months or so. I don't like to do them too frequently because I feel like there's not enough progress for it to be interesting. So we are sort of at that timeline where I would normally update you guys. So let's dive straight into the progress on the products. Okay, so first up, let's talk about the Covergirl Clean Fresh Pressed Powder. I have the shade Translucent. I've been working on this since the tail end of the 2021 project, and we've got major pan. We've made some excellent progress on this powder. I'm actually surprised that I haven't gotten more progress on this because I do use it every single day, and it is a drugstore pressed powder. So normally with drugstore pressed powders, I find I run through them very quickly. However, I only use this one on my under eye area. I use it to set my concealer. It's one of the rare powders that I've found that really helps to smooth and like flatten out that under eye area, but doesn't make my concealer look darker. That's something I really struggle with, especially with loose powders. They really tend to darken down my concealer. So I really love this one for that reason. I'm loving having it in the project because I love to use it every day. So that's one thing that I have learned in project panning is I like to put in products that give me joy to use every single day. So definitely making good progress on this one. I do think we've got a ways to go on it. It hasn't started to like crumble around the edges of the pan or anything like that yet. So I think we've got quite a few months left to go on this one, and I'm not mad about it because I really love using it. Next up, we have the other powder that I'm working on. So this is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Loose Powder. I have been working on this one now for 2 projects. So this was in the entire project for 2021. I was 100% sure I was going to use this one up by the end of that one, and I didn't. And so now we're using it in 2022. So this is literally the only powder I have used on my face for like over a year. And we're making good progress. Look, you guys, like there's so little left. So we really are kind of it's hard. I had to like tap it on the table to really see where to put that line, but we really are getting down to the very end. That being said, I know based on my past experience with this that we've still got quite a ways to go. So I would be surprised. I'm gonna say this is gonna last at least until the fall. So we'll see if my prediction is right, but we're making solid progress on it. I use it every single day, all over my face as my setting powder. And I've also started using this as like, you know, when you're doing your eyeshadow and you wanna set your primer down with like something flesh toned, I've been using this for that as well instead of like a skin toned color in my palettes. So just trying to use it any way that I can and make as much progress as I can because this is like the never ending powder. I don't understand how I used to go through so many of these. And then the other product that I have from Physicians Formula is the Butter Bronzer. Again, I added this into the tail end of last year's project. And again, we've got major pan. Like this pan is huge. It's kind of getting to that point where it's getting a little bit tough to pick up on my brush. I'm having to really swirl it around in there. So I think probably within the next month or so, I will probably have to repress this just so that I can get, you know, a good amount of product picked up on the brush. But usually once you repress it, it's like not long before it's done after that. So again, I think it's got still a ways to go. If you've ever tried to use up the Butter Bronzer, it is more like a baked formula. So it lasts a long time. It lasts a long time. So again, I'm going to predict that this is probably going to go until fall time around. This is a really great one for me to use this time of year when I'm more pale, you know, January, February, March in Canada. It's my palest time of year. I do tend to reach into a deeper bronzer more in the summertime, so we'll see as the weather warms up. As of right now, this is the only bronzer I've been using. Pretty much since Christmas time, I've been reaching, you know, exclusively into this one. So like I said, it's perfect for this time of year. It's not too dark. You guys know I tend to go a little heavy-handed on my blush and bronzer, so this one works well for me in that it's hard for me to overdo it with this one. But really enjoying it. Again, I will be happy to get these Physicians Formula products out of my collection because I don't consider them to be cruelty-free, but I do enjoy the products, so I am enjoying having them in the project and using them every day. Next up, we have this little highlighter that I've been working on. So this is like a deluxe sample size of the Balm Mary Lou-manizer, and I mean, it's gonna look like I've made no progress. You know how it goes with highlighters. But there is, you won't be able to tell, but hopefully you'll be able to tell in the photos. Did I take a photo of this the last time? Geez, I hope I did. But there is a dip forming kind of in the middle. So I have all of these products on today. So I do have this on as my highlighter today. I've also been using it as like my inner corner highlight with my eye looks. And so I'm getting a little bit of a dip in the middle from dipping like a small brush into it to do that inner corner highlight. I suspect that this will last the entire project. I think this will go until the end of the year. I do think that we will get to a point with it where I can only use it as an inner corner highlight, because once we start getting big pan in a small pan like this, it'll be hard to swirl like a highlighter brush in there. But I really do love this highlighter. It's so pretty. It's got that nice like champagne quality, but it's not gold, you know, which is really great for me. Like I say, this time of year I'm a little bit more pale, so if I go in with anything too gold, it can have kind of a cast on my skin as I turn my face, because I'm so pale right now. So this is a really nice shade for me for this time of year that doesn't create any sort of weird cast on my skin because it's nice and light. And it's also light enough for me to use as an inner corner highlight. It gives me that brightness in the inner corner that I'm looking for. Next up, we have the BB cream that I've been working on. So this is the Missha BB Cream, and I have the shade 23. I have been wearing this very often. So maybe not every single day, but at least 3 days out of the week. Okay, so this is what I'm wearing on the weekends, just as like an all over, you know, BB cream. It gives a nice amount of coverage. It's kind of a medium to light coverage. And it's really, really hydrating on the skin. So great this time of year when I tend to be a little bit more dry. I think the color of this is just perfect. I think this matches my skin better than anything else in my collection. So I really, really love this. I love using it very often. And like today, I don't like to wear this when I'm filming because it's like very shiny, even if I powder it. And also because it's got that light to medium coverage, I don't quite get the coverage on like my discoloration that I like with this for filming. So I usually wear like a regular foundation if I'm going to film, and then all the other days I'm pretty much wearing this. So today I actually mixed this in with the Catrice HD foundation. It's like the drops, the little matte drops, and I think that made like a really nice combo because that foundation is quite matte and this is quite luminous, so combined together it's actually like a pretty nice finish. So I like using it a lot of different ways. However, have I made a lot of progress? Not as much as I would think, considering how much I'm using it. So, you know, we've made some progress for sure, but considering the fact that I'm using this so often, I would think I would have used up more of it. But anyways, making some good progress. I don't think this will last the whole year, but I suspect as well with this one, it will probably last into summer, maybe into fall. It's hard to tell because as you get into like this part of the tube, it starts lasting, like you're not making as much progress this way. So it'll be interesting to see, but I will definitely get to summer with this product here. So I suspect by the next check-in, this won't be gone yet. Next up, I have the primer that I'm working on. So this is the Touch and Soul No Poreblem Prime Essence. So this is a pretty like liquidy formula. And even though the bottle is white, you really can't see through it. So I'm just kind of guessing where I'm at, but I think I've made quite a bit of progress on this. This is really the only primer I've been using. I have been testing out a couple of others, but 9 times out of 10, this is the one that I'm reaching into. And because it's so liquidy, you do use, you know, quite a bit at a time. And I do really like this, especially again, this time of year, I tend to be a little bit more dry. So this just gives me a little boost in hydration underneath of my foundation. Based on the progress that I've made, I don't think it'll be gone by the next one, but definitely by the check-in after that, this will be gone. So making good progress on it. I do still have that feeling of like I'm accumulating more primers than I'm using up. So I don't know I don't know. I'm thinking when this is gone, I'll definitely add another primer in, but I may still have to do like a primer declutter as well, because it's just not a product that you use up very quickly. And truth be told, if I'm just wearing this and it's like a no makeup day, this is so hydrating on its own. I really don't need to go in with a primer with something like this. So I'm not using a primer every single day. I think if I was using one every day, maybe I would use it up faster. But it's a step that it's one of those things where if I'm going to skip a step, if I'm in a rush or what have you, it's probably going to be primer. And I normally do my makeup like right after I've done my skincare, so you don't always need that boost in hydration. So anyways, that's where we're at. Again, we've made decent progress, but we'll see by the next check-in sort of where we've landed. And then we've got this little Trestique concealer I've been working on. So this is their Conceal, Cover, and Correct Crayon, and I have the shade Porcelain. So I've been using this, again, every single day. I have this much product here. So what I like to use this for is to like spot correct on my skin. I don't like this underneath of the eyes. I don't really like a stick concealer underneath of the eyes. I like a liquid there. But on like my pigmentation spots, and if I have like blemishes or anything like that, this is what I've been using, and I really like it for that. So I have made some decent progress. You can see here, we started, up here and we're down here. I was actually surprised that I didn't use more than that for the amount that I'm using this. And I did notice when I twist it all the way down now, it like disappears down into the hole. When it was new, it looked like something like this. So definitely making like noticeable progress on that one. Not running through it super quickly, but using it every single day and really, really liking it. It's interesting because I feel like this year, this is my third project pan. I think this is my third project pan, and this is the year where I'm enjoying every single product that I put into the project. So that really shows me that I've learned a lot from doing these project pans year to year. And then the last product that I want to talk about is this Roze Plus Quartz hair mask. Again, this is a product that came into the 2022 project from the 2021 project. These words are really hard to say. I really like stumble over my words in the project pan videos. It's a lot of project, product, progress. It's a lot of those words, and it's a tongue twister. Anyways, I am at the very tail end. I don't know if you guys can see. I've got like one use left in this jar. So this is, I wanted to sort of leave this one to the end because I'm basically going to call this an empty. It's Thursday today. I'm going to use this on Sunday and it's going to be gone. So I mentioned when I added this into the project, we started right at the very top. This was a brand new jar and we've been working our way down. And when I added this into the project, I had other treatments ahead of this one, and I have one more left as like a backup product that I've had for quite a while. So when this one is gone, I will be replacing it with this. So this is the last hair treatment that I have that's been sitting in my cabinet for quite a while. And this is the Carotherapy Keratin Infused Deep Conditioning Mask. So I got this in a boxy charm. And this is one of the few products I can actually see where the product is inside of the tube. So many of the things that I choose are not things that you can easily mark, but basically starting at a full tube. I know I had used this just a few times, enough to review for you guys, and then it landed in my backup cabinets, and that's where it has lived. So excited to kind of move on from this one into this one. I do think that this one's going to do a little bit more for my hair, whereas I feel like this was more just like detangling and like it smelled nice and it was like kind of hydrating, you know? I feel like this one's actually going to repair my hair to a certain degree. It says right on it, revives and repairs dry or damaged hair. You know, that's me. So excited to switch it up. I also feel like when you've been using the same hair treatment, same shampoo and conditioner, things like that for a long time, your hair just kind of starts to get like used to it. So I think it'll be nice to switch it up a little bit, have a different scent. I don't love like a jar format. I really prefer a tube. So I'm excited to move into another product because I've had this one in there for quite a while. And that's it for my little project pan update for this go around. I am filming this in March, but it may actually get posted in April. I'm not really sure the order that my videos are going up right now. I'm pre-filming a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments down below if you're doing a project pan, how you're making out with yours. Are you making good progress? Are you stuck on any certain products? And let me know in the comments below which product of these do you think I'll use up next, not including this one because we're calling that one empty. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. It's always fun to like see your guesses on what's going to be the next one gone. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon in another video. Bye.